To create a structural project in Revit, when you open the Revit, you can see over here new models. Under the models you can see the new, then you click here browse, and from English, this is the metric template. These all are the metric template. From here I'm selecting structural analysis default metric. This is the template I'm selecting for the structural. Then click OK. So the template is selected. Then select from here create new, then click OK. So you can see here the new template is, new file is open. Then the next thing what we need to do, we have to create the levels here. So I'll go to the level, I'll go to any of this elevations. You can see here the 4 elevations. You can select any of this elevations, and currently you can see 2 levels over there, level 1 and level 2. Then I'll just change the height of the level, supposed to be 3500 I given. Then I need to add few more levels here. So go to structure, there you can see the levels. This is the level, structural levels, or you can type the keyboard shortcut LL. So select the levels and select here pick lines. You can see here this is draw lines and this is pick line. So I'm selecting the pick lines. Plan view type, you click here and select ceiling plan, floor plan, structural plan. Currently I need only the structural plan because we are doing the structural project. Then click OK, and you can give here the height, the level height. You can choose the same height or different height, whatever. So I select here 3500 mm. Then keep the mouse pointer here, and you can see there one dotted line is coming over there. Once you see that, you just click on that. Level 3 is created, level 4, level 5, like this many levels you can create here. And I want to create one more level here below the level 1. So I keep the mouse pointer on the level 1 and make sure that that light blue dotted line is coming below the levels. Once you see that, you just click. So the level is created on minus 3500. Then this level I just click and I give the name foundation. Then press enter. It is asking me, would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes. So here it is foundation, and here also you can see it is foundation. Then the next thing, I just wanted to place the grid. So I'm just going to place the structural grid over here. So go to the structure, there you can see the grid. From the structure you can see the datum. From the datum you select this grid. I select the grid and I select okay, first I'll draw the grid here. The first grid I'll draw. I just draw a grid over here, and you can see that grid is 1. So I'll change that name into A, supposed to be letter A. So then I'm just going to place another grid. So you can just right click, create similar, and again I'm placing another grid over here, any of this direction. I'm not taking any dimensions now, simply placing it. Let's say I need to place 4. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give here the distance between this grid to this grid, for example 30 meter, that means 30,000 mm. So go to, how can I change that one? I'll go to the annotate, and you can select align, and you take the dimensions from here to here, then you click. So you can see here what is the dimensions now, 45,000. I select this and I click here 30 meter or 30,000, you need to type it. So once you type this one, it is coming over here. That means this grid should come inside. I'll just keep it over here. Okay. Then I'll remove this. Then later what I want to do, I need to place all this grid in between this grid and this grid. I need to place it in equal distance. So I'll go to annotate, align, select from here to here, to here, here and here. Then I click here and here you can see the dimensions, you can see the distance between each grid. Then you just click on this EQ, so it will be equalized in between the first one and the last one. So you can see, again you click on EQ and you can see the size now, I mean dimensions now. Okay, that you can keep it over there. Then I'm going to create another, so A to E, A, B, C, D, E. Now right click, create similar. I'm just going to create another grid here, and I'm just going to give the name, which is 1. I give 1. Then again you can just right click, create similar, and I click from here to here, or from here to here, and from here to here, like this we placed it. Then this dimensions also you can give annotate, align. I gave from here to here, and you can see this is 19. For example, I select this and I give here 24,000 or 24M, then I press enter. So you can see that is coming here. Then select this dimensions and you can delete it. After this, annotate, aligned, click on this to this, this, and you take the dimensions and click EQ, so you can see it is equalized. And you want to keep the dimensions over there, you can keep it. So I placed here. And one more thing, currently you can see the like the grid head is here, and this one it is here. So you can do one thing, you can click here and you can turn on this, and you can turn off this one. So again it is coming this side, or you can turn off this and you can turn on here, any of this one you select, and you see there is one small rectangle there. You can see the tick mark, you can turn on and off. But I just want to get both the side, the grid marker, both the side I need to get it. So you select one of this grid, go to the edit type, there you can see plan view symbol end 1, end 2, both you need to turn on. Then you click apply, then OK. So you can see both the side it will be turned on. The last time I have turned off this one, that's what it was not coming, but normally everywhere it is coming, you can see that. So I place the grid here. So once you place the grid in one level, that same grid you can see in all the levels. You can see here in foundations, you can see in level 2, and you can see on all the levels it's placed in all the levels. Next, what I want to do, I'll go to the level 1 and I need to place the structural columns on each and every intersection of this grid. So I'll go to the structure and you can see their columns. Currently you can see over here, I select this rectangular. I'm going to place the square column. So here I have 300 by 450, 450, 600, 600, 750, but I need to get 600 by 600. So you select one of this, edit type, duplicate, and you just need to give the dimensions. You can give any name. It's not compulsory you need to give the dimensions over here. You can give CL1, column 1, or you can give whatever the name you want, you can give it here. I give here 600 by 600, then click OK. Then here the breadth is 600, the height is also I give 600. So this is the square column now. Then click apply, then OK. Then after this, you can see over here, when you select the structural elements, by default it comes as a depth. If you select architectural element, by default it is coming as a height. So column is a structural element, so you can see by default it is coming as a depth. So I select the depth. I'm here in level 1 and I need to place up to the foundation level. That means basically it has to come from foundation to the level 1. So I'm placing on foundation, so I'm placing on level 1, so it should go up to foundations. So you can see here at grid options, then you select all the grid. So once you do that, you can see all the grid intersection, it is placed, and click finish. So you can see the column is placed over here. Then you go to the elevations and you can see that it's from level 1 to level, I'll just drag my grid. What I done, you can click on this and you can just simply drag it. Anyway, click here. Okay, level head I moved, fine. So you can see that column is coming from foundation to level 1. Now I'll go to the foundation level, and I just wanted to add column foundation. That means isolated footing I need to add. So for this, you go to the structure. There you can see isolated. Just click on where this isolated, you can see under the foundations. So you click on this isolated. Then you can see by default the footing 1800 into 1200 into 450. You can see that. You can select that, or you can load family and you can check anything else, like you want pile caps or any other foundations you want, you can take it. So currently I'm taking this, the same thing. Then I click here edit type, and I give here column foundations. I do rename CF1, column foundation 1, and I'm giving the depth. So I can change the depth, width and the length. So I need to give here the depth, maybe the foundation thickness, I'm just going to give here 900, and the width I give 1200, 1000 I'll give, and here I'm just going to give 1200, or it depends. Maybe if you want to give here 1500 by 1500, it depends. However you want the dimensions, that you can type it. Then click OK. After you done this, you have an options here at columns. Then I select all the columns, then click finish. So you can see that foundation is placed below the column. You go to the 3D views. Here on top you can see the 3D view, default 3D view. You just click on the default 3D view. It will take you to the 3D views, and you can see that how the column is placed, column and the footing is placed. So here in bottom you can see here 1:100 the scale. Near to that you can see the detail level, and you can see here visual style. Currently the visual style is wireframe. I change that into shaded, so you'll be seeing as a shaded one. And you can see all my levels over here. Currently I have created foundation to level 5. Actually in 3D I don't want to see this levels, because already I have the levels here. When I go to the elevation sections, I can see all these levels. So I don't want to see that levels in the 3D views. So how can you turn off that? You go to the VG, then VG visibility graphics, then go to the annotation categories and just type here level. So you can see the levels here, and you turned off, then click apply, then OK. So you can see that all that level has been removed. Actually not removed, it's not deleted, it's there, but it's it has been hidden from your 3D views. But you go to any other views, it is there. That means it is there actually, but you will not be able to see that in the 3D view. Okay, so then next I need to place here. Okay, so the next thing, then again you can place here the retaining wall in between, and you can place the floor. All this like modeling things we can do it. But currently what I want to do, I just wanted to add reinforcement for this column. So how can I add the reinforcement for the column? So for this, when you select the columns, you see here the rebar options. Okay, so I need to place the rebar over here. So how can I place it? To place the rebar, I'll go to the level, okay, level 1, and I take a section of one column, for example this column. So I'll go to the view and I select the sections, and I click here and I take the section of this column, and you go. So you can see the column, the section in section views, you can see the column and the footing. then I need to add the rebar into that. To add the rebar, first I'll be placing a reference plane over here. So you just type RP to get the reference plane. Then I just place the reference plane somewhere in the middle, not exactly the center, somewhere in between you have to place it. Then you go to the structural, set, pick a plane, and you click on this plane, and you go to the structural foundation, structural plan level 1. Then go to the go and open the level 1 plan. See here the level 1 plan is open. Now later you can, if you want, you can remove this one or keep it aside. Okay, after this you go to the rebar, you select this, and you can just go to the structure. There you can see the rebar. So I select first the cover. Before placing the rebar, you need to select the cover. So I select the cover, then I click here, click on the column, and you have to select your rebar cover from here. So I'm just going to select this one. Okay, exterior 10 mm to 16 mm, 40 mm, the rebar, what we say that the distance, the cover size. So you select this, then so that means we select this thing. Then after this you can just go to the rebar, then click OK, and you have to see here when I keep the mouse pointer here, you see that green dotted lines that represent the rebar cover. Then here you can see the different rebar shapes. I'm just selecting the shape from here, which is this one, rebar shape MT1. This is the one I select. Then you keep the mouse pointer here, you can see how it is placed. Okay, then the placement, you can just go to the rebar set, and this is the single one. That means only one bar you can place it. Instead of that, I'll be selecting from here maximum spacing. Then I give the distance between, maximum spacing I'm giving, and the distance between I given 200 supposed to be. Then I keep the mouse pointer here and I click. So you can see that rebar is placed here. Okay, I'll just take the sections again and I'll go back, and I can see the bar is placed in between the center to center. The one is here, one is here. In between this one to this one, the distance is 200 now. But you go to the 3D views, you'll not be able to see that in 3D view, because normally it will be coming inside, right? But when you click on that, you will be able to see that here inside. But normally this is the way it is coming, but in case you wanted to see that in 3D views, you wanted to see that that rebar is projected inside the 3D view, then you can just go to the level 1 and you select this. Okay, then from the properties you can see over here view visibility. So we click on the view visibility, then you click edit, and you can see here the 3D views. You can see two 3D views here. One is analytical model that we don't want. You select here now 3D views, and in this 3D views 3D, you just turned on this. Okay, then I click OK. So once we done this, and here you want to see that bar properly, you can change your detail levels from coarse, that means from minimum, to the high level of detailing, which is fine. So you can see that how the bar looks like here. And you go to the 3D views, and you can see here also, now you can see that a bar is projected over there, and you just wanted to see the thickness. Then you have to see, you want to see as a 3D views, you just click on this detail levels and you click on fine, and you can see that when we select, actually the rebar, the radius I given 13 mm. In case I wanted to change that into 16, I can change into 16, or I need to change into 10, I can change it any size. I can change into any size now. So I have placed this one. Next I need to go to the level 1. Then I'm just selecting, you can see the rebar again. I select the bar, then I select the straight line. This is the one I select. Then I don't want to place like this. I'll change the placement. You can see here the placement, current work plane, near reference, and you can see far reference. So in this case I select current work plane, but the placement I select parallel to work plane, parallel to the cover. See here, when you give parallel to the cover, you can place like this, or you can just give here perpendicular to the cover. So I just given over here the perpendicular to the cover here, and let's say I place here. So these two sides I have placed. So once I place this, you can select again. Then we have given here maximum spacing, and we have given here 100. In case you want 200, you can change into 100. If you change 100, you can see the difference, more bar is placed over there. So anyway, we'll keep it as 200 now. Okay, now select this and go down. There you can see the visibility. Go to the 3D views and turn on the visibility. Okay, and this also you select, go to the visibility and you do turn on the 3D visibility, and go to the 3D views, and you can see here both the side, here and here you can see that bar. Now once you see that bar, you can just select, let's say I just go to the section. So you see this bar, I just wanted to take this bar down, and I need to create the hook here, and here also I need to do the same thing. So how can we do that? I select this vertical bar from here. Then you can see the edit sketch options. From this edit sketch, so once you click on edit sketch, it's turned into sketch format. I mean that purple color, magenta color line you are seeing, that is the sketch line. Then you can select this, click and drag. Then you select this one, the line, and you click and draw. Okay, so once I draw this thing, you can see here that automatically the bar, it will bend. This is one bar, this is another bar. So to connect this, it's already bent. So in where you need to place it, you need to place it accordingly. Then you click finish. Then here also you can do fine. So you can see that bar. Then you select this and you can give edit sketch. Again same thing. Okay, then I align with this one. Then again you have to select the line, you click on this and drag up to here. Then you can click here finish. So you can see how it is coming. Then again you need to go to the 3D views, and you can see now how it is coming. The same way you could have placed the bar here. Now I place the left and right side. Now same way you can place on front and back, and you could do this one. So this is the way we place the rebar into the column. So in today we learn how to create the levels, how to place the grid lines, and how we place the columns and the isolated footings, and how can we add the rebar into our column. So next we have to discuss about the remaining things, like how we have to place the retaining wall over here. So this is what we are going to learn now.